Right, I've got a little update on these two tiger cubs here, and starting with this one. The other day I rode it to my friend Dave's place and back. It was about a 60 mile at least round trip, and a couple of things happened which needed attending to. One of them was that at one point, about 5 miles into my outward bound trip to Dave's, the engine tightened up, going up a long pull into a headwind. It only did it the once on that run, but I've been aware of it losing power once or twice before that on hills with headwinds and so on. So I wanted to do something with it, and I decided I'd raise the needle from the middle notch in the middle notch on the needle to the fourth one of 5. So it's set a little richer than the book says, just to give it a little bit more fuel and hopefully bring the temperatures down a little. It might help. And I was concerned that perhaps some sort of lumpiness that I was experiencing before I fitted the new needle jet coming off closed throttle might return, but it really hasn't changed much, if at all. It's quite tolerable still. It still runs nicely, and I did a few miles on it this morning to take it to the filling station and fill the tank with the beloved E10, and on the way back I took a long way round, so I probably did not far off 8 miles at least on that run. Came back, took the plug out, and it's still a nice biscuit colour, but obviously it's running that little bit richer, and hopefully that'll help it a little. Also, I've just got to get more miles on it actually, because that there is pretty much all it's done, so we need to get closer to 1,000. The other thing was, when I got home, and I was aware of some sort of oiliness and mess on this engine previously, and I had to wipe it down occasionally. The vast majority of the oil that was making a mess was coming from the 2 rocker spindles there, and investigating, it turned out that one didn't have an O-ring on it, and the other one had what was left of an O-ring, but it was shrunk and baked hard. I had to get the rocker spindles right out, which was a bit of a gamble. I thought I might have to take the cylinder head off to do that, but I thought, well, I might as well have a go and see what happens with the head in situ. So I undid the nuts on the other side where the rocker feed pipe fits, and basically, one at a time, drifted them out. But I had the engine set around top dead centre on compression, so the valves were shut, and the rockers, if they're assembled with the right components, will have a couple of washers and what's called a Thackeray washer each, like a spring washer. So it's possible, if you're careful, to slide the rocker spindles right out if the valves are closed. Do what you want. I changed one of the spindles actually for one that looked a bit better, and attend to the O-rings, and then carefully slide them back in and do the nuts up on the rocker feed again, and it's job done without disturbing the cylinder head, and it doesn't take long. But you must remember not to turn the engine at all whatever, or you are in big trouble. So that's that one taken care of, and I've run it, and it does seem to be a lot cleaner now. There's no signs of any leakage. This one, I fitted the rather expensive what they call LED bulbs now, and we'll have to see how that works out in the dark, but I'll take it out in the daylight with the lights on and try it out like that to see that the charging is holding okay with these fitted. They weren't cheap, and also I've noticed I've tried in the darkness of the shed. The so-called dip and full beam are a bit strange in that one filament is lit when you've got the light dipped, although that appears to have the sort of beam of a full beam. When you put it on full beam, that one stays on and another filament lights up as well, so it's very bright when you got it on full beam with both lit, but I would have thought it would be one or the other, but what do I know. I'll see how it goes in the dark after I've satisfied myself it's safe to go out in the dark. Also, going back to the E10 petrol again, this one has had some E10 petrol in it. It's probably nudged a year old. I've recently filled it up again, but in all that time, probably a couple of years, I haven't had the float bowl off the carburettor until the other day when I changed the throttle cable. and I was expecting some sort of gunge in the float bowl, but to my amazement there was nothing at all. Everything was spotlessly clean in there, and there was just petrol. There was no little beads of muck or water or anything else. So that's where we're at with these two, and the next thing I want to do obviously is go for a ride on this one with the lights switched on and see how it behaves and whether it comes back still lit up and running nicely, and if it does, then I might venture out in the dark. So that's where we're at with these two. So just a little bit of TLC and maintenance really, and also I had the rocker covers off this one to attend to some minor oil leakage, especially from the front one. I also found that the exhaust tappet needed closing down quite a bit, and the inlet one needed opening up very, very slightly. 2 thou inlet, 4 thou exhaust. I had more like 10 on this one, and that one was going down to nearer nil, so probably just settled down a little bit. Those, I'll keep an eye on them, and as far as I know, I'm hoping I might have 2 happy tiger cubs.